The tragedy uses a tragic ending to reveal the evils in life. The tragedy destroys the valuable things in life for others to see, so as to arouse the audience grief and admiration, and achieve the purpose of improving the ideological sentiment. To say that Hamlet is a tragedy is not just because so many people die. Otherwise, any script in which a person died is called a tragedy. The reason why Hamlet is a tragedy because the play reveals the reality, injustice, and cruelty. Why can't a great and noble king die well? Why can't people who love each other finally get married? Even if we can't imagine the situation at the time and see that these life's pursuits cannot be achieved, and things are counterproductive, we can't help but feel pity and reflect on the reality in which achieves the effect of tragedy. The tragic fate of three characters in the play made me very impressed. The first is naturally Hamlet, the second is Queen Gorget, and the third is Ophelia. Less than 2 months after Hamlet lost his father, his mother, and his uncle Claudius married. His father's love for his mom was so great that he refused to let strong wind blow on her cheeks. But now they leaped into the bed of incest so quickly. So he said, "Frailty, the name is woman. There will always be parting and death in life, and everyone has to experience the pain of bereavement." But when his father's soul told him that his father was murdered by Claudius, everything became different. This is the death of his father and his mother. To be or not to be, this is a question. This is the quote I use in my poster. Hamlet made a difficult decision, pretending to be crazy and looking for opportunities for revenge. Pretending to be crazy is a good way to survive in danger. During this period, Hamlet accidentally killed Polonius, the chief counselor of Claudius, and Ophelia became overwhelmed with grief and drowned in the end. Ophelia is Hamlet's beloved girl. He has expressed his admiration for her many times, but everything came so suddenly. When Hamlet returned from England, he was still faced with a dangerous situation. Claudius and Laertes would join forces to kill him. Still, he accepted the challenge with Laertes as if he had already foreseen his fate. The King of Denmark and Laertes had been prepared for nothing. Hamlet was either killed by Laertes' poisonous sword or poisoned to death by the wine. During the competition, Hamlet always prevailed. The king tried every means to persuade Hamlet to drink the poison. He never thought that Queen Gorget would drink the poison. In the third round, Laertes stabbed him while Hamlet was not prepared. In the chaos, the two sides picked up each other's sword, and Laertes was stabbed by Hamlet. At this time, the queen's poison broke out. Hamlet forced the king of Denmark to drink the poisoned wine and was poisoned to death. The final outcome is that Laertes, Hamlet's mother, King Claudius, and Hamlet all died. The tragedy is a tragedy. Hamlet ultimately killed the enemy, but he failed to end well, and he hurt his mother and his beloved girl. Claudius' attitude toward Hamlet's mother is more of orders, and they were not respectful. I speculate that it may be because Claudius is forcing her to obey him. Otherwise, it would be harmful to her and her beloved son. and she has no ability to bring down Claudius. I don't think Quartet is as unbearable as Hamlet imagined. I can't say how much she loves the king, but I can be sure that she loves Hamlet very much. When Claudius invited Hamlet to stay in Denmark, Quartus eagerly begged her son to stay with her. Perhaps it was because she wanted to protect her son. At the end of the play, Quartet resolutely drank the poisonous wine. I don't think she didn't know that it was poisonous. But when Claudius told her to drink, a normal person could guess that there was some problem with the wine, but still she drank it. Isn't it because she wanted to use herself to save her son's life? The tragedy was a tragedy. Although Gorgeous had sacrificed herself, her wish failed to come true, and her son was killed in the end. The tragedy was a tragedy because, as we think about Ophelia's story, she has no choice but to be destroyed by everything in the fallen world. When Hamlet pretended to be crazy and denied his love for her, instead of being angry, she asked God to bless Hamlet back to normal. Later, her father was killed by mistakes, which really affected her so much that she became mentally disordered and eventually drowned. Like I said in the poster, these three characters were so helpless in the fallen world. There's nothing they can do to save themselves from either destroying others or being destroyed. Thank you.